Hello, frequency alchemists. It's Anahata. How are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is coming down here in Southwest Florida, but I'm still going to pull a code for everyone this week. I had a wonderful experience with helping to redirect Dorian out of people's way, carrying on to do her beautiful job mainly in the water. Still, we are experiencing a lot of rain here, and we are still going to do this week's code. Just sorry that it's so dark and I'm not outside. All right, guys, so this week is for the week of and what's really interesting is often I have my daughter help me pull a code, and I set the space and asked her to go within, and we had our hands on our hearts, and I asked, which category, and she said row A, and well, column A, as did I, and then she said 7. As did I, and so that was really cool. So we looked up the code on row 38, and lo and behold, so much synergy, it's amazing. We pulled, as the collective, for this week, the assisting frequency of Saint Germain and the purple flame. So if you don't know anything about it, come on a journey with me. I didn't know much about it, but now that I know, it's like perfection that we pulled this code, especially this week, because I have been hosting a workshop series called Remembering the Gaia Grid, in which I have been empowering my students to become frequency alchemists. And you'll see why that is so important and aligned with this purple flame, the violet flame of Saint Germain, in 1 second. So let's dive in. So who is Saint Germain? Let's explore a little bit. Now you can look this up many places. Many people have a lot of opinions about this ascended master. Some say he had many lifetimes here incarnated as various people. And since the Anahata codes are not conjuring anyone to appear, it is not like you're calling on his assistance specifically, the Ascended Master. It is the raw components of what makes that thing, just as anything else in the Book of Codes is tapping into the divine essence of what makes that thing from the subquantum domain. So again, it's the collective essence, and it's a self-directed biological transformation, your own activation. So if it resonates with you that he was the ascended master of divine alchemy, as it does for me, then this code is going to be amazing for you. If it resonates with you that the violet flame, which we're going to talk about a little bit more, is all about the seat of the soul, and it is soul freeing, and that it can balance your karma, and it is the 7th ray in the color spectrum, then this code is going to be beautiful for you. And if the Aquarian age is something that sits well with your remembrance and where we're at in our time-space reality, this code will be good for you as well. If Atlantis is part of your lineage, and you know what I mean, if it's yours, this code will be good for you. If Merlin, the magician, strikes a chord with you in some way, he always has for me, then this code will be good for you. Again, these are just little snippets of things which have been attributed to Saint Germain. And since the code is the collective essence portal, gateway to the elements of the definition, that is what you have access to activating. Of course, Saint Germain is most known as the priest of the violet flame. And he, back in Atlantis time, could conjure or materialize this violet flame panel, this pillar of light that some people could see and some people could not. And we'll talk more about this pillar, this flame that has been used throughout the fabric of time now since then in various ways to bring about ascension to the planet. But I wanted to just mention Saint Germain. Again, go ahead and Google anything you find about Saint Germain that resonates with you, and that is what you will also have the power to unlock. Remember, the codes are like a fractal. The fractal contains the entire pattern, and you can zoom in and out of whatever aspect of what it is you desire, because you have the raw components of the thing in totality through the code. Okay, so let's talk about the violet flame. All right, so a prism color, what is it? Upon passage through the prism, the white light is separated into component colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. The separation of visible light into its different colors is known as dispersion. So let's talk about this dispersion and briefly go into the application that this is the violet dispersion we are talking about. Okay, a few things to note. Depending on where you're at, most of this is probably just duh. But for some of you who may be new to all of this ascension mumbo jumbo, I want to get you up to scientific speed, so to speak. We are living in a reality where the triangle is, the four-sided triangle is the third dimensional structure that is the strongest. It is the first thing that emerges from the 2D into 3 dimensions, it having 4 sides if you look at the bottom. So the pyramid is a very sacred shape in our dimension, and it just so happens when light is fed through a prism or a triangle in our dimension, it is split up into 7 of those colors, those components that the definition was talking about. And those colors represent also the chakra system: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. And interesting that this prism is flipped in terms of the bottom to the top, but maybe we're just upside down from this image, right? So there you go, deep stuff to think through. But the violet light is at the top. It is at the highest spectrum before entering into the next dimension. It's also representing the crown chakra, and all the attributes that you look up and read about the crown chakra are also within the code for the violet flame innately, because that is what the flame does. It ascends. It is the highest plane of vibration in this dimension. Pretty cool stuff. Let's talk a little bit more about it. So let's talk through the violet flame. We just talked about the light fractalizing out from the prism, being separated into the 7 colors, and violet being the highest frequency on the color spectrum. After that, of course, there's much more, but we just can't see it with our eyes in this dimension. And so it is definitely an ascensive color and ray. Now, why is it called a flame and not just a ray. And that is because the ray is sort of a balm. It is a healing ray. It is a transmutation ray. It literally transforms by lightening up and speeding up the frequency. So it is consuming, right? It's transmuting, it's shifting, it's alchemizing, it's upgrading. All words you can think of when you imagine the flames, the purple flames, the violet flames, consuming any dense vibration and elevating into the higher dimensions. So polarity flipping is what I call this. Transmuting, transforming hate into love, and fear into joy, and blame into forgiveness, etc. Now, some of the words that they've attributed to this violet flame are mercy, forgiveness, freedom, and of course, transmutation. It's an alchemical flame. It's a loving, wise, compassionate vibration. And of course, it transforms the frequency. This flame can heal all aspects of your life. It can heal your physical issues, your relationship issues, your abundance issues, your lack of fulfillment and joy issues, your stress issues. It can transform and enlighten you into your purpose. So I encourage you, after we install this code, to imagine yourself surrounded by the flame. And thankfully, we don't have to remember any sort of evoking phrase or series of words to say. Once we install the code, we merely place both hands on our heart and say, activate assisting frequencies. That's it. Now, there are tons of things all around the internet you can Google to evoke the violet flame, but that involves saying things many times and memorizing certain words. All you need to say is activate assisting frequency, and it will activate for you through this code. One last thing about this flame is that it is a karmic eraser. Now, usually, to right our wrongs in the past, we have to experience an awakening about them and choose a new path, right? And to feel sorry for the hurt that we caused anyone else due to our actions. And so karma follows you until you remember and get the clue and make a new choice and forgive. And so this flame erases all that for you across many timelines. And so it's one way that it removes the density, is to erase your karma. And of course, remember, you can look up anything to do with the 7th chakra, the crown chakra, which is also purple, violet, which is the seat of soul, and it will apply to this flame as well. It is soul freeing, soul freedom, freedom from the bondage of our earthly densities. Okay, so let's install this code. Place your left palm up and your right hand on your heart. We ask for align with and allow this Anahata code. With gratitude, we activate the assisting frequency for the violet flame via Saint Germain, the Ascended Master. 1708-2936-170808. 1708-2936-170808. 17082936 170808 17082936 170808 17082936 170808 17082936 170808 17082936 170808. Now, both hands on your heart and breathe. Pure gratitude. It is so. Okay, everyone, that's it for this week's Assisting Frequency. I hope that it blesses you immensely. And don't forget to take a bath in the violet flame. Take it into meditation, see what arises, and allow it to burn off and transmute and polarize, flip any density that you may have, so that you can become lighter, more joyous, filled with ease, optimism, and joy. All right, guys, love to you all on your path. Don't forget to subscribe if you want weekly codes delivered to you. All right, God bless. Bye-bye.